going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Shelly and I actually made it back to New Mexico from Arizona. If you didn't see my last few videos, you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, we're here to take a look at a 2023 Honda Pilot. Not just any Pilot. This one is the Touring in white diamond pearl. It looks like the same. Oh yeah, look at that. You can see it in the sun. White diamond pearl. This Touring actually came and is already sold. The customer's on their way to pick it up actually as we speak. So I'm gonna do a quick walk around on it. Newer hood, newer fenders. I mean, the overall look is completely different. Looked like Honda went back to their roots, to the more squared Pilot like before. You can see flat grille, skinnier tail lights, kind of following the same design that's on everything else, the CRV, the HRV, the Civic, with that wider hood. Like I said, I'm comparing it to that guy. That's a 22, so it went from that guy to this guy. It is windy out here, so I apologize for the wind. Like I said, I'm trying to knock this out before the customer comes pick this up. I also like how the chrome piece on the grille's a little bit more skinnier than the 22. Just give it more of a presence. Full LED high beam, low beam, turn signal, daytime running lights, fog lights at the bottom. Parking sensors in the front. So one thing one thing the Touring will give you is parking sensors. New wheel design as well. So these are 255, 50, 20s. It did follow the design like the HRV, the Civic, and the CRV, having the side having side mirrors on the door itself. They still having that position, but you do have LED turn signals. Pretty nice, pretty nice. And then coming to the rear. This is something different. It spells Pilot out on the back. Pretty unique. Touring badge, that you know you have a Touring. And then the all-wheel drive badge. It's on the tailgate, it's not like the CRV and the HRV where it's under the wiper. Parking sensors in the rear. New taillight design. Look like LED reverse. Look like incandescent turn signals and LED brake lights. And you got some fake exhaust. Yep, you got some fake looking exhaust here. Let's see what the real exhaust is. Right under there. Overall design though, I like it. I like the more squared off boxier design. Touring from the roof rails. They're black. All right, let's look on the inside. So it does have smart entry. So if the door is locked, you can put your hand in the door handle. It will unlock for you. Or if you close it and tap it, lock it back for you as well. Unlock. So this is the white diamond pearl with the black interior. In the Elite, you can get a new brown interior. I haven't seen it yet, but I do have an Elite here. Hopefully I can check that out before it's gone. That one's also sold. But look at this, panorama roof. On the previous Pilot, you did kind of have a panorama roof as well, but only on the Elite and Black edition. And it was a normal sunroof. You had the rear entertainment system, so the screen fold down, and then you have a sunshade for the rear panorama roof. Now they got rid of that. Looked like they got rid of the rear entertainment system as well and went with a full piece instead of it having split. So that's pretty nice. Oh, the door controls is different. It's a different design. I like that. Memory seats, because on the Touring, power seats with lumbar on the Touring. Oh, the steering wheel was very similar to the Civic, HRV, CRV. All right, jump in here. You get the 9-inch display. That's pretty much on everything now. Ooh, nice startup. You still get the push button shifter, different drive modes. Look like you have cup holders. I see ambient lighting around on the inside of cup holders, so that's cool. The blind spot in the side mirror still. Yeah, so this is my first impression, my first 23 Pilot I've been in so far. And I like it. Built-in garage opener, so you do have home link. On the CRV, you have to add that as an accessory, but it's standard on the Pilot. Let's open up the sunshade. On the previous Pilot, you can only get a panorama roof on the Elite and Black edition. Now it's on Trail Sport and up, and what's cool is it's not kind of split. It's like one piece. It's a lot to look at. Oh, the infotainment system is completely different too. Well, the HVAC system. Look like you have buttons that control all of your climate controls, but everything else is on the screen. Everyone is going to a one screen type of deal where all the buttons is on one screen and that's it. But Honda kind of try to keep it simple. Still give you buttons, but still have it kind of not too many buttons. as well. Now, a sea of buttons. So this is the Touring. You get the half digital, half analog cluster. I've went over this screen so many times. You see range and fuel, audio, so all your basics. You got navigation in there. That's pretty cool. Oh yeah, see, I'm cooking. I'm like, why is the seat getting warm? Yeah, the heated seats on. So this screen should be very familiar too, like the Civic, the HRV, the CRV. You have the 9-inch display, built-in Wi-Fi hotspot. Oh, you do have cabin talk in here. Rear entertainment system is gone, so okay, so they only have it where if you're talking, let me see if it'll work. 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. I know you guys hear that. So whoever's sitting in the third row can hear you. You have the screen back there. Like, yo, you want some McDonald's? Oh, that's cool. Okay, that's cool. So you got cabin talk on there. Built-in navigation system. That's pretty cool. The same navigation system that's in the Civic. So very familiar. If you're familiar with the Touring Civic, the touchscreen display can be very familiar with this as well. Okay, perfect. So we don't really gotta go over that too much. Now the controls down here are different than the previous Pilot. Oh dang, so they had this thing blasting. So yeah, so you do have tri-zone climate control. Cool. You have auto climate control. You still can do rear only. You can lock the rear if you don't want the kids pushing the buttons. So that's cool. We're gonna get back there, see what back there look like. You turn off the rear as well. Heated seats. If you want ventilated seats, you have to get a Elite, but at least you get heated. USB-C, USB-A, 12-volt power outlet. Pretty cool. You have a wireless phone charger as well. And then they made it smaller too. I think this was a little bit bigger on the previous Pilot as far as the gear selector. And you do have different drive modes too. You still have electronic parking brake, brake hold, auto stop feature, downhill descent control. It's like cruise control going downhill. Let's see what drive modes is available. So you got sport, you have normal, econ, snow, ooh, trail, sand, and tow. So a lot more drive modes than from the previous Pilot. So that's actually pretty cool. Okay, and all these controls here is very similar to CRV, Civic. Let's get in the second row. Ooh, the Bose system, 12-speaker Bose system. Can't forget about that. Yeah, the Pilot usually never had an aftermarket sound system, so that's pretty cool. So you still have the second row easy access. So actually, let me get this window sticker. Actually, let me show you guys the window sticker if I move it out the way. So 2023 platinum white pearl, black interior, MSRP 5240. So Touring's definitely went up in the MSRP. So I got that out the way. So push of a button here. Look at that. Look how easy it is to get to that third row. Nice. Okay, looks a little bit more spacious. And there's a button on the back seat as well. So if you're sitting in the third row, you need to get out real fast. You do have that. Let's get back here. Ooh, the doors are light. Yeah, doors are very light. Built-in sunshades in here. That's cool. So you have your HVAC controls for your rear seats back here. Raise this middle seat up real fast. These are USB-A's. Interesting. Surprised they ain't go to C's. But that's cool. No heated seats back here. But I like the door design too. That's pretty cool. It lets in a lot of light with this panoramic roof now. This is going to be a big deal for the Pilot. A lot of people complain that they wanted one of these. And then this middle seat right here actually comes out. So let me jump out real fast. So you pull that tab right there to fold down the seat, and then there's another tab right here to take the seat out. So you pull it down just like that. Oh, and when it's down, it's an armrest and a cup holder and some storage. This is nice. Very premium. Very premium. And then you pull, like I said, you pull this latch right here, and see, I have one hand, so I'm not gonna do this right now. When you pull that handle, you just lift it right out. I'm not gonna do it right now. I got one hand, and like I said, I don't have that much time with this one. This one's about to be gone. But it's getting third row while I'm here. All right, these doors so light. It's pretty cool. So sitting back in the third row. I didn't even really reposition this seat at all, but I still got space behind me. I'm like 5'10". Look at this one. This one's reclined, but oh, they recline a little bit more too. That's cool. Your third row get their own AC vents, cup holders, and a USB-A back here. Okay. That was no USB-A on this side too. That's nice. That's a nice touch. Previous Pilot did not have that. It's actually pretty comfy back here, I ain't gonna lie. I probably would prefer to be in the second row, but that's nice. Okay. And then to get out, look at that. Look at that. Let's get in the trunk. See what it's looking like in the trunk. Beeping at you, let you know it's on. Power tailgate. It's on the Touring. So, oh, we got a walk away close button. Hold on. Let's try that. See, walk away. Oh, that's crazy. That's fire. I like that. It'll close until you walk away. Okay. Look at that. There's a washer on the back camera. Clean off your rear camera. Back inside. Let's put this thing in reverse. You still have your traditional multi-angle backup camera with cross traffic as well. And then you can make it smaller if you want to view the parking sensors. But if you want a 360 camera, you either have to get the Elite or I believe the Trail Sport. I know the Trail Sport has trail cameras, but I'm not sure if it's 360. Honda would do something where you only get the 360 on the Elite. So once I get the Trail Sport, I'll double check that. Even just looking out the windshield, you can tell you're not like, I don't know, it don't feel like a minivan. Like this thing feels a little bit more tougher than it is. Super nice, I like it. I'm excited for these. While we're here, I'm show you guys the keys. This is the new Honda keys. That's with pretty much everything now. You have a number 1 on the back because you do have memory seats to each keys. You can save your seat position and your mirrors to each key. Also, that's why you have a 1 and 2 on the door. Trunk button over here. Auto headlights. You do have fog lights too. I know we went over that earlier. Power shifters on the back of the steering wheel. Looks like you get rain sensing windshield wipers on the Elite. Don't see it on this guy. You have your rear wipers on there as well. I'm gonna open the moonroof so you guys can just see. Oh, it goes underneath. That's nice. Okay. The reflector comes up there. That is nice. The middle seat, because on the Trail Sport, oh, there's memory access on the rear doors. Wow, that's a nice touch. Previous Pilot didn't have that, so you can lock it from the rear doors. Wow, I'm amazed. Pilot never had that. Smart entry in the rear doors. I just found that out by accident. But this middle seat right here on the Trail Sport, it's only captains. You don't get a seat right there. So that might be a big deal in your shopping because some people may still want a bench and have the full third row just in case you have a full house. But then again, you could take this out, store it away if you just want captains too. So if you made this far in the video, I appreciate you. I kind of have a trim walk of all of the different trim levels so we can kind of break down a little bit what this Touring has. Also, when I was recording the rear camera, my phone froze. So I have a whole like 5-minute clip of just that scene. That's why you saw it froze. So I was showing you guys that in the trunk or the middle seat that's removable, there's actually a space for it to fit in the trunk, exactly underneath the cargo space. When I do the Elite, I'll show you guys the same feature. I don't know why my phone went crazy, but anyways, this is the trim walk for the 23 Pilots. Like I said, we received 2 Pilots already. One is this Touring. This is the first one actually that sold, and actually it's so as soon as I finish this video, the customers here to pick up the car. It's crazy. So I had to do a quick walk around. It was windy. It wasn't how I kind of wanted it, but this is the first Touring I have. I kind of want to have this video out there, so that's why I kind of knocked this one out real fast. Also, the car still needed to be detailed for the customer too, so I know the car was a little bit dirty and stuff, but don't worry, the customer did not pick up this Pilot how I recorded. Once I was done with it, the salesperson pretty much showed it to the customer. They test drove it, brought it to detail, get cleaned up, and the customer finished their paperwork. So with the Sport, you know, it's fabric seats. EXL, usually L is, I want to say L is for leather because there were some EXLs back then and they didn't have leather. You can get an EXL cloth seat, so I wouldn't really go by that, but EXL nowadays most likely means leather. But on the Sport, you know, fabric seats, power driver seat, power passenger seats, heated seats, Honda sensing is standard, even blind spot monitoring. So all the safety equipment is standard on the base model.
pretty cool. Hidden storage well, push button start, tri-zone. So the Sport, even Apple CarPlay, Android Auto on the base model, like all this stuff is standard. And then you get to the EXL. EXL give you leather steering wheel, memory seats, all that good stuff. Not going to really go through all of this because we're focusing on the Touring right now. So, you have the Trail Sport, which is more off-roaded, capable, have some equipment as well. And then we get to the Touring. So what's interesting that I noticed on the trim walk is that if you go from an EXL to a Sport, obviously all the Sport features are standard plus the EXL. But if you go up to a Trail Sport, it adds or replaces features from the Sport as well. It doesn't say from the EXL, so that's pretty interesting. And then even the Touring doesn't say adds or replace from the Trail Sport, it says from the EXL. So really interesting how Honda did these lineup. But with the Touring, the first thing you notice is the 20-inch wheels. You did Trail Sport, you get 18s. So you get a taller tire wall on the Trail Sport, but a smaller rim, and thinner tires on the Touring and the bigger rim. 20s is also on the Elite as well, and I believe the EXL. Oh, the EXL has the 18s on it too. So Trail Sport and the EXL has the 18s. And with the Sport have 20s on it. Let's see. Yeah, Sports have 20s on it. So very interesting. It went from 20-inch wheels to 18, back to 20. Interesting. Acoustic windshield and front door glass. So this is going to make the interior sound a little bit more quieter, more thicker glass. It's really nice. Panoramic moonroof. I think I said panel roof or something like that, but panoramic moonroof. Starts on the actually it's on the Trail Sport, but it's also on the Touring and the Elite. The Bose sound system as well. So this is on the Touring, and if you get a Trail Sport, it's going to be the Hondas. I think it's like 8 speakers or something like that. Let's jump back to Trail Sport real fast. Let's see. So it's 9 speakers with subwoofer, 225 watts on the Trail Sport. So that's like a Honda sound system. So you want Bose, Touring, Elite. Get back over here, and then the built-in navigation system, isn't that on the Trail Sport? So I kind of don't like how Honda made this trim walk, because some of the Trail Sport does have some of the features in the Touring, but I think they did it that way because on the Touring you're getting everything the EXL has plus these. So it doesn't even bring up the Trail Sport. So even though the Trail Sport has panoramic roof, he has a one-touch power moonroof, it doesn't matter because on the Touring, it's pretty much getting everything this has, and then it has this. So you can't really compare the Touring to the Trail Sport, which is interesting. So it's like the EXL is a trim, and then the Trail Sport goes this way, off, it branches off, and then Touring branches off this way too, which is interesting. And then, and this might sound confusing, but even with the Trail Sport, you see how it is not based off the EXL. The Trail Sport is based off the Sport, and it adds these features. That's really interesting. But get back to Touring, because this is what we're here for. A Wi-Fi hotspot, the cabin talk, full compass, LED lighting, door handles, door pockets, front footwell. Okay, so the ambient lighting in the Touring, which is nice. Gloss black roof rails, we saw that. The stowable second row center seat, and the second row cabin chairs are not available. So just letting you know that if you get a Touring, it's not fixed captains. You will have the middle seat, and you can take that out to turn into a captain, but it's not standard captain. That's going to be on the Trail Sport. And on the EXL, you can either get a 7-passenger or 8-passenger. So you can get a bench in the second row, or you can get captains. So that's something. But when we do an EXL, we'll get more deeper into that. But in my opinion, though, the Pilot, like I said, being that this is the first Pilot I've seen in person, I feel like Honda, they did what they had to do. They did what they had to do. This is a huge upgrade from the previous Pilot. Don't get me wrong, the last Pilot was nice, but everyone complained it was just too minivan-like. So they just knocked this one out the park, make it, a little bit more boxier, a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more SUV. And before these came out, we've been receiving phone calls like crazy. So we're reserving all of our Pilots, because I think the first few ones that's coming in right now, they're already pre-sold, like I was telling you guys. So once the Elite that we have already, that one's like cleaned up and ready to go, or I may look at it before it's cleaned up. We gotta jump on that because that's sold. And then the Trail Sport, that's always gonna be here because that's gonna be my demo. And then I believe we have some EXLs coming in. I think we have a Sport coming. I gotta see, but those might be down the road. I'm gonna end everything here. The next Pilot we'll do should be the Elite, and I'm gonna be a little bit more in detail with the interior, with some of the materials, the trunk, a lot of stuff I missed in this one because I had to quickly make this video and do that walk around really quick. So I will end everything here. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. We're gonna do every trim level of the Passport, so stay tuned for that. Thank you for being here, and I will catch you on the next walk around.